Forgiveness is often misunderstood as something you do for someone else, as if it erases what happened or excuses the pain it caused. But in truth, forgiveness is not a gift you hand outward. It is a release you allow within yourself. It is the quiet, sometimes trembling decision to stop carrying what was never meant to be carried forever. Pain has a way of settling into the body, like weight. It can become familiar, even strangely safe, because it explains so much of what we feel. Anger can harden into identity. Resentment can become a story we rehearse until it feels like truth. And yet, beneath all of that, there is always a quieter voice asking, "How long will you hold this?" To forgive is not to forget. It is to remember without letting the memory define your present. It is standing at the edge of what hurt you and choosing not to live there anymore. That choice is rarely dramatic. It does not always arrive as a moment of clarity or peace. More often, it comes as something small, a tiredness from carrying the same emotional burden, a softening where there used to be only tension, a breath that feels slightly less heavy than the one before. There are wounds that cannot be undone. Words spoken cannot be unspoken. Losses cannot be reversed. Forgiveness does not rewrite history. What it does is change your relationship with it. It loosens the grip of the past so that it no longer dictates every step forward. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is not someone who hurt us, but ourselves. We replay our mistakes with sharper judgment than we would ever do for another person. We become both the one who fell and the one who refuses to let it go. But self-forgiveness is not denial. It is recognition that being human includes error and that growth requires space to move beyond it. Letting go of pain does not mean the pain was insignificant. It means you are no longer willing to let it be the only thing that shapes you. There is a quiet strength in that decision, one that does not announce itself loudly, but changes everything internally. Over time, forgiveness becomes less about a single act and more about a practice, a repeated softening, a return to yourself, a refusal to let bitterness be the final author of your story. And slowly, what once felt like holding on for protection begins to feel like confinement. The release, when it comes, is not always relief at first. It can feel like emptiness, like stepping out of something familiar. But in that space, something else begins to grow: clarity, breath, and the possibility of peace that is dependent on what others did or did not do. Forgiveness is not the erasure of pain. It is the decision that pain will not be the only thing that remains.